Hey, can you all hear me? We are getting the news at noon. Hey, Ducks. I sent you a message on Discord, Ducks. I was wondering if you might be able to pop on for a little while. I am getting the Discord one up and going right now as we speak. We got a lot of activity back here, military activity at my local airport, which is so weird. It has no National Guard base. It has nothing at it. It's just a little teeny tiny civilian airport. And it has been ungodly. 132. We've got renewed shenanigans around and about. U.S. interest rates keep going up. I am going to get all this shared out here in the all call channel. It has now been shared out there. I'm sending it out through Coffee Club. Give me just a minute. I'm trying to get all of this public. I want to email it to everybody. News breakdown, email, Rumble stream, YouTube stream. Publish, email it out. Hey, ducks. Quack.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good
Has
afternoon, Duramax.
has anybody heard from Charlie?
Negative. I know he was
I,
off visiting family in Atlanta.
well, he got on that one day when he was down in Atlanta, and I've been trying to call him. I've texted him. I've messaged him on Discord. I can't get a hold of him. I'm getting kind of worried about him.
I'll send him a message.
Okay, because I've been trying to get a hold of him. Um, just check in on him because he's supposed to stop by here and visit me on his way back to Ohio, and I'm kind of worried that something may have happened. Also, folks, we had two E6B Mercuries up last night at 1 a.m., which is very, very odd. Very, very odd. I have not seen that in a long time. Basically, since the height of the start of the Ukrainian war. We have no E6Bs up right now, though. Unless they're off the coast out of transponder range. We do have we have two B-52s up over Texas. How is everyone today? I hope everyone is having a decent day. Got an EAM coming in. Sounds like. Yep.
This is
Overbear.
Yeah. Yep.
Bravo,
Should be, I think, number 3.
Alpha, Quebec,
3 or 4.
Alpha,
Coming on 1175 out of Europe.
Bravo, 7, Alpha, Quebec, Alpha, Lima, standby, Bravo, 7, Alpha, Quebec, Alpha, Lima, standby, message follows, Bravo, 7, Alpha, Quebec, Alpha, Lima, Victor, Sierra, Foxtrot, Tango, Delta, Whiskey, Uniform, Golf, X-Ray, Uniform, Golf, Quebec, Sierra, Quebec, Alpha, 4, X-Ray, Juliet, Yankee, Quebec, Lima, Zulu, Delta, I say again, Bravo, 7, Alpha, Quebec, Alpha, Lima, Victor, Sierra, Foxtrot, Tango, Delta, Whiskey, Uniform, Golf, X-Ray, Uniform, Golf, Quebec, Sierra, Quebec, Alpha, 4, X-Ray, Juliet, Yankee, Quebec, Lima, Zulu, Delta. This is Overbear out.
There's that. Okay. Yeah, for the people that's just now joining us, that pinned link that I just posted. If you are in Discord and was a member on the old YouTube, you must be moving your membership over to Coffee Club. There is a link, and please use your Discord name as your username on Coffee Club. Don't go in and use someone. Um, Butler, this isn't Lee. This is Duramax. Yeah, I've got a mess that I've got to go through on Coffee Club and not Coffee Club, but Discord and start working again on kicking people. How's Charlie? I mean, not Charlie, but how's Ducks today?
Doing pretty good. Busy.
That's good. Busy, busy, busy.
Yeah. Lots of work to work on
Mm-hmm. Have you done any
of
more
the working type.
checking into that Alpha Gal thing for me?
Yeah, I did. And I don't see any inherent risks, but I
Okay.
also don't know your medical profile. So,
I have.
um,
I'm not allergic to nothing
okay,
except for
then yeah,
maybe
you
like
should start.
iodine. Um, but so you would do it if you had it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The clin trial isn't ready to start yet,
Okay.
but you can probably reach out to the contact that's listed there. They
Okay.
have an email and a phone
Okay.
number, so you can give them a call and give them your situation and take it from there.
Okay. Awesome. The U.S. Treasury just posted $120 billion deficit in June, a sharp deterioration from 27 billion surplus in June of 2025. So we went from having a 27 billion surplus to a $120 billion deficit. I thought we was supposed to be posting surpluses, not deficits. After all these Doge things and everything that we have done, cut all these programs and
Well, he probably had to pay back a lot of those Doge benefits
yeah,
to the tariffs that
yeah,
were struck down.
yeah. The
So,
tariffs are big, I'd say. And as also over the same period, net interest expense has rose $78 billion year on year to $827 billion, on track for the highest annual net interest expense on record. The U.S. deficit crisis is accelerating. In the first 9 months of fiscal year 2026, the U.S. deficit rose $29 billion year on year to $1.37 trillion. So we've got a $1.37 trillion deficit. Wow.
that's more
Matt.
than the GDP of most countries in the world.
Yeah, yeah. That's just wild.
Oh, chickens just got a mouse. Bad day for
Awesome.
being a mouse, I guess.
Mine got a bird the other day. Bird flew into their run and yeah, they destroyed it.
Well, it's like a chicken football match out there right now. They're throwing it back and forth between each other.
Most people don't realize chickens are omnivores. They eat meat and um, greens. I
Yeah,
feed
they
them
they eat
all
about
my
just about anything.
yeah. I feed them all my table scraps. They love chicken too.
Oh yeah,
But
they
chickens
don't
love
discriminate.
chicken. Their most favorite thing is corn, though. Corn on the cob.
Yeah.
But they love it. Oh, Russia has created significant alarm in the Estonian military ranks after conducting live fire drill right on the border with Estonia on Lake Pimpins. Drones was used as well as notably troops that were not part of the Russian border service. Here we go, folks. I've been waiting on this. Can anybody recall what happened in 2022? Russia done the same exact playbook to a T, and my I has been dotted. Shelby, email me and we'll try to figure out why you can't get Coffee Club to work. That makes no sense. Have you created an account? You've got to create an account over on Coffee Club. DuramaxWorldNews@gmail.com. But yep, they're now doing live fire training right up against the border with Estonia. Russia has
No
created,
surprise there.
yep, significant alarm. They've conducted live fire drills right on the border, along with drones. And here's the big one. Notably troops that were not part of the Russian border service, aka combat troops. They're getting ready.
What timeline do you think they have? Do you think
Well,
it's on point, or think they're accelerating things?
I think our timeline's on point by the end of the year. After this 1.5 million troop buildup. I mean, not troop buildup. Draft. The general mobilization that they're going to do this fall. It starts in August, folks. Next month. We've got about 16 days. Flavors of forest garlic. If you was a member over on the old YouTube channel and you are in Discord, you all need to be moving your Discord membership to Coffee Club. There is a link posted in pinned chat. And use your Discord name as your Coffee Club name. I have started going through and removing people that is not a member on Coffee Club. I have no clue who that is. Ghost. Also, we have backed down on the toll that we was going to charge for safe passage of the Strait of Hormuz. Trump announced his naval blockade of Iran. The U.S. president announced a full blockade of ships heading to Iranian ports, leaving them or carrying cargo connected to Iran. Trump said he abandoned the idea of introducing 20% fee for passage through the Strait of Hormuz, choosing instead to focus on trade and investment agreements from the United States. He has said that foreign leaders has called him and promised him billions of dollars of investment in the U.S. if he would not do the 20% fee.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's got very big pushback, and he's made up this excuse. Severe flooding has struck China again. Entire houses are now being swept away. I've got one here. Let me get this second because I want to do it word for word. Maybe I didn't share that. I thought I shared it. Where is it at here, folks? I know I shared this. There you go. It's reported that the Loon Reservoir Dam in Nanangangai province recently collapsed, causing massive flooding that resulted in 10,000 deaths. The CCP authorities claim the total death toll is 38. Now, folks, I showed you all a video of this yesterday. There is no way whatsoever. I'm going to post a link to this video because I can't show it because of guidelines. There is no way whatsoever that the death toll is only 38.
So far.
No way. And I think 10,000 is a fairy tale number too. I think there's going to be over 100,000. Folks, the whole eastern part of China is underwater. On July 4th, here's another one. On July 14th, residents in Xinjiang, Langtang province, posted a video claiming that their neighborhood had been without water and electricity for over 20 hours. With accumulated water downstairs, look, folks, it's all the way up on the second floor. With accumulated water downstairs, yet to recede, leaving residents trapped inside a building in a state of complete isolation and helplessness. They are trapped without food, water, or electric. There's cars just floating around. I don't think I've ever seen flooding this bad. Of course, when we end the YouTube stream, I've got a bunch of video I want to show you of the flooding on Rumble. What do you think about the diarrhea outbreak here, Ducks?
I think it's more of something that's generated by the media jumping up and down about something.
Okay, because the
Pick a
Trump.
disease and yell about it.
I'll
I
send you.
mean, if you look at the number of people that are infected,
Check that out.
like
I'll
right
send
now,
it
I
to
think
you.
it's like maybe 4,000 people
Okay.
compared to the total number of people in the United States. That's a very small percentage.
Mm-hmm. But there is the Trump admin CDC changes made to the surveillance has made it optional and restructured the parasite diseases division. So your food surveillance, your checks and balances on your food, he has made it optional. I sent you that on X there if you want to. It's in across 40 plus states. It's linked to contaminated produce. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying there. I think it's been blown out of proportion too.
So I just did the math approximately. For approximately 4,000 people with an approximate 365 million people in the United States. That is a 0.001% of the population.
Yep.
That's not even a percent.
Yep. Check out what I just sent you that it had spread to the White House. You'll get a kick out of that.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, the top one is, what is it called? I can't pronounce that.
Oh, the disease.
Yeah,
Cyclosporiasis.
Cyclosporiasis. But yeah, reports indicate the CDC changes made to cyclosporia surveillance optional and reconstructed the parasite disease division.
Yeah, and I promise that number is higher. One, because a lot of people may be intimidated to go in for treatment for that, just
Yep.
because of the sensitivity
Mm-hmm.
of that disease, if you catch my drift.
Yep.
But most medical practitioners, if they come in and they have a patient with that, they're going to report it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whether it's mandated or not.
Now, folks, I am posting a video over here, a link to it on YouTube and Rumble, of what not to do when you're in a semi truck traveling down the interstate. Do not raise your bed up like this dude did and hit a bridge.
I can't
Now,
fix stupid.
if traffic, I sent it to you over here too on Discord. Now, if traffic would have been really heavy, this could have really hurt a lot of people. I mean, how can you not tell that your bed's up like that? How? Is he not even looking in
Distracted
his,
driving.
he's not even looking at his mirrors.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, can't you tell by the way the thing's handling that something isn't right? I just don't understand how that would be, how this is even possible. And it was a nice
Well, like I
rig.
said, I was just telling you the other day, there was a
Yep,
woman that I talked to. They ain't know where a chicken egg came from on the chicken.
true.
So
Yep, you are true.
fully functional adult.
But it came out of her mouth. I can't believe that people do not know where a chicken egg comes from.
Let me take a look, taxi.
Let's see here. Mod chat on Discord.
Hmm.
I've been seeing that taxi and I just don't know about it. So I haven't spoke on it. But my um point is concreted in that he was poisoned by Russia. Ukraine has sunk the Russian FSB border guard ship. Now, this ship was the one um it's highly symbolic for Ukraine. The ship took part in Russia's attack on Ukrainian Navy vessels in the Kerch Strait on November 25th of 2018. You know, Ukraine has hit over 105 ships in the Sea of Azov in the last week.
Which is also really impressive considering they don't have
Mm-hmm.
a standing navy per se.
Yep. Of course, surface drones and airborne drones is how they've done this. You don't need a navy, folks, if you've got drones. It makes the navy obsolete.
Yep.
Trump has told Israel to withdraw its forces from Lebanon and Syria. Are we back to trying to make a deal already? What's your thoughts on that, Ducks? I think he's back to trying to make a deal again.
I don't know. There was a report I read earlier that there's some disagreements. I'll leave it at that between Washington and Israel. Um, that's been happening. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. Uh, they're not wanting us to park our refuelers there, or there's too many refuelers there. So
Interesting.
I have to look more into that. Let me see if I can find it.
Ooh, Greece has launched a It's similar to an E3, and it's heading towards the Black Sea. It's on like a C-60 base airframe. Here, I'll show it to y'all. See this thing right here? Right up here in the corner. That picture. That is a radar on top of that thing. And that is a surveillance cone underneath of it. And it's heading somewhere. Looks to maybe the Black Sea. Or it could be heading up here to the Baltics. Trump on address to the nation on Thursday. It's really, really big news, and our country has to shape up because without free and fair elections, you don't have a country. We'll be discussing other things too, but it's going to be a very big announcement. The 2020 was rigged because he lost. Um, Here, I'm gonna send this to you, Ducks. It's more about Estonia. If you want to read this one off for me, I would appreciate it.
All right.
But I'm gonna drop this in there first. Estonian Defense Ministry said this is highly unusual, noting that Russian border forces had never conducted weapon drills on Lake Pupus before, and there was no advance warning. So, go ahead.
All right. Give me 1 second to pull it up.
Okay. But I knew we would start seeing this. They are
All right.
preparing to invade.
From GU Insider. Estonia has disclosed that for the first time, Russia conducted a live fire military exercise on Lake Peipus without any prior notification to Estonian authorities, marking an unprecedented departure from previous practice along the shared border. The exercise took place on July 9th on the Russian side of Lake Peipus, Europe's fifth largest lake, through which the border between Estonia and Russia runs. According to Estonian officials, Russian forces fired at moving targets on the water, something that has never previously been observed on the lake. Estonian Defense Minister Hanno Pevkur described the exercise as highly unusual, noting that Russian border forces had never before conducted weapon drills on Lake Peipus. He suggested that the training may have involved countering naval drones. Estonia's police and border guard confirmed that no advance warning was received from Russia before the live fire drill, despite authorities monitoring the activity throughout. While Russia has previously carried out military exercises near the land border, officials stressed that conducting a live fire exercise on the lake itself and doing so without notification represents a notable change in Russian military behavior.
There's also been a Russian jet that was intercepted heading into Polish airspace today, being reports of. Can't confirm it. But yep. Exercise, more of a test attack to get the opponent used to it. But yeah, this is the same exact playbook, folks, that they done before they invaded Ukraine. Under the disguise of drills. So look for more of that to start happening. Even on July 13th, Exing County in Magisu Province has been suddenly hit with torrential rain, and it has flooded the entire town. Folks, this is not normal. We're going to see more and more of this, but the floods are going to be bigger and bigger and bigger as we go on into this GSM. I've never seen anything like this out of China.
It was a big 6.2 magnitude earthquake in the Philippines earlier today as well.
Yeah,
The southern islands.
it's becoming a daily occurrence. A big earthquake like that
Yeah.
somewhere. Unheard of. But can you recall a time when we saw flooding like this in China?
No.
I'm very interested in the crop loss. How big of a crop loss event has this caused? I mean, it's
Well,
the
I'd be
whole.
curious to see the data,
I
but the
would
Chinese are very hesitant to share said data,
no.
if at all.
I mean, it's the whole eastern part of China, from Beijing all the way down to Vietnam.
Yep.
Most
Wonder
people
if it has
don't.
to do with that patent number I sent you.
Yeah. Most people don't realize how widespread this is. This ain't just one little area, folks. This is affecting billions of people, and it's probably caused trillions of dollars of damage. China's trying to hide it, but they're not doing too good of a job. It's so widespread of an area. It's literally a quarter of the size of China. It's just, but we're going to see more and more of this. And there's going to be bigger and bigger floods. We got a volcano in Mexico that has went off, according to Sylvania. Let's see here. Mexico volcano. Oh. Interesting.
While you find that,
Pulp.
Greenland's Institute of Natural Resources and Environment has announced it will not enter into any new collaborations with U.S. institutions, marking a significant shift in scientific cooperation. Existing projects will continue, but no new agreements will be signed.
I can't pronounce the name of this, so I'm going to send it to Dux because he can. Yeah, I mean, why is that? Well, you'll have to click on that and it will go to English.
Okay, I got it. Explosive activity of Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico continues. The explosion this morning, July 14th at 04:44 hours, column ash and incandescent material over the volcano's slopes. Volcano alert unchanged at yellow phase 2. That's a cool video.
But it's been an alert to level 3 and it's 6 kilometers.
You're right, Christy. That is not good. The scientific board also advised its scientists not to travel to the United States.
And we just had one in the Philippines on the 7th. I mean, my 9th. And it went 2 to 3 kilometers in the sky. But it's been remains under yellow phase 2 alert. It don't say how far the ash plume has went. Okay, it's in a... No, that's in the Philippines. Okay, there's no information on how high the ash plume is. But they have done a 12-kilometer exclusion zone around the crater. And the video I'm looking at is... The ash plume is pretty tall. I'll share this, folks, so you all can see the video. I'll send it to Ducks too. This is a daytime video of it.
According to Sitting Bear, he's posted Burns and Dutch Sense both have big earthquake watch for Cali.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're fixing to be a big and pop. And I'm very concerned with the new Mandrid, folks. Every time we go into what they call a G, you know what, S, you know, M, I'm putting it like that because of this, you know what, platform. The new Mandrid goes. It happens every time. And the new Mandrid will go within the next 5 to 8 years, tops. And it could happen tomorrow, too. But it always does. You can mark that down just like you get lunch. You've got to have lunch, don't you? I mean, it's just something you have to go do. If you see where I'm coming from. And this is the new Mandrid, too. It's got to have its lunch. And when this thing goes, it will sever all the power grid, all the bridges, rail lines, pipelines from Chicago to the Gulf. People don't
Just now,
realize.
Darlene Graham has been sworn in to fill in the late senator's position.
Yep, his wife's going to take over for him to finish his
Yep.
Term out. U.S. forces to withdraw from Iraq by September 30th, according to the Iraqi Prime Minister. Oh my goodness. Mike Johnson says Pentagon's requesting an additional $350 billion for things like fighting communism on our shores. So we're just going to throw away another $350 billion to do something that is not needed. Sounds about right. Oh my goodness gracious. Check out this video, folks, that I'm sending you of the Lingan province. That is a freeway. And everything around that freeway is flooded. And that's major crop growing areas. Major crop growing areas. And they're all underneath of water. We've got a collapse of retaining wall. in an underground garage. And when the wall has collapsed, it looks like a landfill on the underside of it. So they've just dumped garbage to backfill. And I'll post that. It's just a garbage dump they've used to backfill against this parking garage. Looks like my local landfill. It's nothing but garbage. And of course, folks, whenever we get towards the end here, I will be ending the YouTube stream and we will go on Rumble and I will show you all this video. Also, for folks that's just now joining us, make sure you have moved your membership over to Coffee Club. Nobody has moved a membership over in 2 days that I see. Grayfon, I know you're in Discord. If you don't care, I need everybody to be moving their membership over to Coffee Club. That's the only way that we're getting funding for what we're doing right now. And this is my job, too. Because of health issues, I am unable to go work a 9 to 5 job. And I will be working on kicking everybody. There's going to be about 360 people that will be kicked out of Discord because we are no longer a member. I hate to do that, but folks, I have no choice. I don't know how else to put it. What else to do? Oh, let's see here. We've got Canadian wildfire returning to the tri-state this week. It's going to get the whole from Washington over to Chicago. About a straight line from Washington, Chicago up. North Dakota, all the way up to Albany, New York, and over. Meanwhile, Ontario, Canada, one firefighter said today, it looks like the end of the world. Huge fires are popping off across the Providence's landscape. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 20, about 30. About 30 wildfires. You got more video of the floods in China. Also, something that ain't been getting much coverage. The U.S. has blew up a railway bridge connecting China and Iran and Russia. There's been multiple Chinese trains that is now stuck in Iran. But yeah, folks, I need you all to please move your memberships over to Coffee Club. There's only 47 of you that has done that. Lord have mercy. Folks, I'm going to post you a link to a video, and this is how the Chinese troops are cleaning up. They've got handmade broom thingies with a piece of wood on the bottom of them, and they're pushing the mud with them. This isn't going to work. You got anything there, Ducks?
I do.
Go ahead.
A Russian senator has demanded the destruction of the entire Starlink satellite constellation, claiming that its loss would allow Russia to win the war in Ukraine within weeks. The Moscow Times reported the call landed as a joint European investigation revealed that China and Russia have worked on anti Starlink weapons for 3 years without producing a solution.
Interesting.
Iran has stated something similar.
And folks, if I do kick one of you that is a member, all you gotta do is rejoin. I didn't mean to if I do. Anything else, Ducks?
We are closing the door to the Russians. The Hungarian Ministry of Defense announced a change of course. The country seeks to restore the trust of NATO allies and strengthen production and protection against Russian influence.
Interesting.
Ruzin Sendi said that one of the first steps of the new government was to apologize to some allies, including Finland, whose ascension to NATO was delayed by the previous Hungarian government. He called such a position unacceptable. Quote, "We are closing the door to the Russians," the minister said, adding that Russian intelligence services tried to enter through the back door. At the same time, he noted that the government pays attention not only to the Ukrainian Russian war, but also to the security situation in the Middle East. His opinion, any conflicts end when governments, armies, and societies desire it. He's also committed to increasing the defense spending for NATO to 5% of the GDP.
Hmm.
Iran linked hackers used mobile location data to track U.S. personnel. U.S. military personnel and contractors were allegedly targeted through coordinated cyber enabling tracking attempts during the Iran war, with hackers reportedly exploiting telecom network vulnerabilities. Mobile networks in West Asia were repeatedly hit by cyber attacks in the buildup to the U.S. Israeli attacks on Iran in late February, and it continued into the early days of the war. While Gulf officials have raised suspicion over the alleged exploitation of roaming agreements with local phone providers by Iran or its allies, a U.S. official told FT that these actors may have abused commercially available advertising databases to track phones in Iraqi Kurdistan.
Interesting. In a big momental geopolitical shift, French President Emmanuel Macron has officially confirmed that Ukraine has secured domestic manufacturing license for 3 of France's most advanced military assets, the Aster 30 anti-ballistic missiles, AASM Hammer 250 kilogram precision guided bomb, and the SCALP long range cruise missile. This strategic authorization marks a major turning point, allowing Kyiv to bypass foreign supply bottlenecks and directly localize the mass production of high-tech, deep strike, and air defense weapons on Ukrainian soil. Further cementing this long-term defense partnership, Macron has announced that Ukraine will integrate French-made Rafale fighter jets into its air force, with deliveries officially scheduled for 2028-2029 timeframe. Folks, why are we doing this years out? That's 2 years from now. Why are we not doing this now? I do not understand why the West wants to put stuff off for years at a time. They need this stuff now, not in 2 to 3 years. It just amazes me. Don't shoot ducks.
Yeah.
Why these Western leaders want to put this stuff off? Yeah, just kick the can down the road. The acquisition of these cutting-edge multi-role combat aircraft will fundamentally overhaul Ukraine's aerial warfare capabilities and ensure a permanent Westernized deterrence posture against future aggression. If they're saying that these are going to overhaul Ukraine's aerial warfighting capabilities, why are we putting them off for 2 and 3 years? It's just amazing. The unprecedented level of technology transfer represents a profound illusion in European military support, signaling that the Western allies are no longer just donating supplies, but are actively transforming Ukraine into an independent, highly advanced military-industrial powerhouse capable of securing its own skies. But we want to put it off for 2 to 3 years. Just amazing.
Listen to this one. Russian government command plane left Tehran for Beijing hours before U.S. strikes on Iran. A Russian Tu-14 PU government command aircraft traveled from Tehran to Beijing shortly after the United States launched a large-scale military operation against Iranian military assets. According to flight tracking data and reporting times of India, the Kremlin has not publicly explained the purpose of the flight, and there is no evidence linking the aircraft's visit to the subsequent military operation. However, its timing has drawn into attention because the aircraft serves as a secure airborne communications platform for Russia's senior leadership. It departed the airport in Iran on July 13th and arrived in Beijing on July 14th. I find that personally interesting
I do
that
too.
plane was in Iran, coincidentally days before you know who was you know what.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 That really, it's very interesting. Yep, Gray Fawn, they will be outdated by the time they're ready to use. Folks, I really need you all to be moving your memberships over to Coffee Club. I am fixing to remove another 75 of you from Discord. So please, if you're not a member over on Discord, I know most of you all are from Lee's channel, and you know about Lee's network. Well, our network is very similar. We have the all-call channels. We give you, if something big happens, you will know about it instantly almost. We have around 100 channels of text, talk, and chat of every subject you can imagine. There is so much news that goes through this Discord that you cannot read it all in one day. And it's just $5 a month.
Might have to hop off of here, but
Okay.
it was good chatting with you, sir.
Yep, Ducks. I really appreciate you coming on. Um, I will see you in chat.
Yep.
But this is interesting. Always volcanoes are popping, and all these earthquakes. And that about that plane being in Iran. That's for Tu-214. That's the Russian doomsday plane.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep, that's very interesting. It's Putin's personal plane. So Putin has been to Iran. We've just had a 5.4 earthquake in the Alaska Peninsula at a depth of 3.3 kilometers. But yep, I'll let you go, Ducks. Appreciate it, bub.
All right, everyone. See y'all around. Ducks out.
SMA 5859. I know you're in Discord. You need to go to that link that is pinned in chat and get your membership all squared away in Coffee Club. Because the old YouTube channel and all the memberships, what was in the old YouTube channel, is gone. And it's not coming back. So I need everybody to be going over to Coffee Club and getting membership squared away, please. And if I do kick somebody that is on Discord by accident, all you gotta do is rejoin. Oh. Also, Scythiania, I know that you're in Discord. So, we need to get everybody squared away over on the Coffee Club. And if anybody has any issues whatsoever getting their Coffee Club to work, please email me at duramaxworldnews@gmail.com. Um, Here is a little interesting thing. This is returns still on the inflationary 1970s. Gold went up 23x. Silver 30x. Oil 12x. S&P went down 12x. And the US dollar purchasing power went down 55%. So the US dollar lost 55% during the inflationary era in the 1970s. But gold and silver, gold went up 23x. It's a 23x increase. And silver up 30x. And all 12. That's why it's so important to own gold and silver, folks. But yep, gold went up 2,900%, well, 2,200%, and then silver went up 2,900%. All went up 1,100%. And then your dollar purchasing power went down 55%. IBM stock is now on track for its biggest daily decline since 1968, down 26%. Goodness gracious. So IBM has went down 26% today. Its biggest daily decline since 1968. Yeah, that's very interesting, Taxi. That he went from Russia to Tehran, has now departed yesterday from Tehran to Beijing. There is some very high level talks going on that they do not want anybody to know about. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you what it is. It's the invasion of the Baltics. They're getting everything squared away to invade NATO. This is very interesting. They landed a drone boat inside a moving U.S. Navy warship during RIMPAC. This is the world's first resupply mission that was performed completely autonomously using Splash Industries Typhoon USV. It's a surface vehicle. I'm guessing unguided surface vehicle. In Malai, which is in Africa, a convoy of government troops and the Russian African Corps has been ambushed. Um, the attack involved Tigris. Reuters reports that the convoy was accompanied by 200 Russian armed forces personnel and 100 Malay government troops. Interesting. Lucid, LCID, which is the stock call letters, Lucid Groups Inc. crashes 49% after report says the company is considering bankruptcy. It's a Saudi-backed EV maker, electric vehicle maker, brought in restructuring advisor Alex Partners, which has been asked to report to the board before its next meeting. The options on the table include the company's private or filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The trading was halted. The stock hit a 52-week low of $4.44, down 79.81% over last year, cutting its market cap to $1.92 billion. They have laid out 1,500 workers last month, about 18% of its staff, after cutting 12% 4 months earlier. It killed the second production shift at its Arizona plant. Over a dozen executives have left in 2 years, including the founder. The gross margin sits at negative 95.6%, meaning it loses more on each car than it makes selling it. Yep. Here's a little price increase over the last 7 years. I have not seen any of that, Mike. Okay, I will check here. Grayfon. Yes. I do recommend, instead of using your name as someone, you need to use your Discord name up where it says someone for future reference. But I will write that down as that's you. Hang on a minute. Let me write this down, folks. I'm keeping a book here. M-I-N. I'm not going to say your email out loud. Grayfon. Gotcha. Took care of there, Grayfon. You will find the link to Discord, Grayfon, underneath. Here, I'll show you. To where you find the link to Discord. Here is this. You go up here to the top, and you'll find the post tab up here. And then you'll come down in here, and it says Discord link. Do not share, and there's your Discord link. You just click on that, click on the link, and then it'll take you directly to Discord, and you make an account. But like I said, if you got any questions, anybody has any questions, you can contact me at duramaxworldnews@gmail.com. Wonder why that camera is cut off. There we go. Interesting. Device disconnected. That makes no sense. Let me restart that real link. See if that fixes it. Sometimes it does that, and you can restart it and it fixes it. Nope. Device gets connected. That is interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll have to figure out what's going on with that camera. Interesting. Which is no big deal. I can figure it out. Go out there and reset the camera. Oh, great. I gotta climb up on a ladder, and my knees are swollen. Got terrible amount of fluid on my knees, folks. Especially my right knee. I don't know why or what's causing it. I can't even straighten out my right knee.
To several New York Times journalists over their reporting on security concerns in.
I don't know what's causing my issues. I think it's just where my joints are so screwed up from years of being inflamed. Yeah, Christy, it's terrible. It's the UAVs, folks. The UAVs. I'm gonna have to figure out how to redo this because I'm having to do these members one by one. I'm gonna have to figure out how to come in and kick them without because I don't want to ban anybody. I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, this is the price increases over the last 7 years. New cars have went up 22%. Used cars have went up 29%. Groceries have went up 33%. That 33% number is a lot higher than 33%. I think we are at 133%, to be honest with you. It's a lot higher than that. Don't you all agree? It's a lot higher than 33% price increase in groceries. I think we're at 133%. Because a lot of stuff that I buy, folks, I've got a receipt here from 2020, the first part of 2020. And my grocery bill has almost tripled for the same stuff. There's stuff in there has went up 400%. But that 33% increase, no, that ain't right. That's more like 133%. Also, we're glad to have you on board, Grayfon. Have you made it into the Discord yet? Let me look here at the welcome channel. No, I don't see you yet. But yep, go to that link that I showed you, Coffee Club, click on it, and make you a Discord account. You will love it over here. Shelter, which is housing, has went up 35%. That's BS too. That's more like 135%. Well, this graph that I'm looking at from Creative Planning is, no, it ain't accurate, folks. It ain't accurate. That ain't accurate. It's a lot higher, Matt. Health officials are investigating Taco Bell's role in one of the largest U.S. outbreaks of an illness causing explosive diarrhea. But yep, like I said there, Grayfon, you go to Coffee Club. Let me show you again. You go to the home page. It's like this. And let me pull this down here. You see the post tab up here. You have home membership post. You click on the post, and you will go down and you'll find the link to the Discord channel in these posts. It's a few posts down. It says Discord link, do not share. So, there you have it. Let's see here what's going on Flight Radar. Do we have anything that's popped up here since we last checked? Up, yep, we got an E6 up right here. It's about getting ready to go over to Wichita. Came out of Oklahoma City. Now, we had two E6s up at 1 a.m. last night. One over here, and then we had one on the West Coast. Which is highly unusual. But, then again, with what was going on last night, let's see here. Where is... Okay, that... Italy that aircraft out of Greece. Well, it was United Arab Emirates. No, never mind. It's an Italy aircraft. I mean, not Italy, but Greece. I'm not all here today, folks. It is now coming up and it's doing pattern work here, looking at the islands over in here and at Turkey. I figured it was heading toward the Black Sea. But that aircraft right there is it's a radar. It's a flying radar. Lindsey Graham's final phone call has been revealed. He dialed one senator staffer in desperate need of help. Senator Tommy Tuberville is sharing new details about Senator Lindsey Graham's final moments. Revealing Graham called his scheduler after returning from overseas trip and said, "Listen, I'm having chest pains. I need to do something." When asked, "Did you call 911?" Graham replied, "No. That's the reason I called you." Tuberville said that the scheduler immediately called 911, and by the time she got there, 911 had knocked down the door, and they were working on him. Tuberville said Lindsey basically worked himself to death, noting Graham rarely took time off and was always traveling to work or something for our country. He was poisoned, folks. He was poisoned by Russia. He didn't work himself to death. China has begun secretly preparing for Vladimir Putin's departure and a change of power in Russia. China is now preparing for the fall of Vladimir Putin, locking in direct relations with Russia's most powerful people to prevent a chaotic transition. China is preparing for Russia without Putin and establishing ties with future centers of influence. Establishing ties. Meanwhile, Chinese espionage and recruitment of officials are increasingly being uncovered in Russia, but the authorities are trying to keep this under wraps to avoid damaging relations with Beijing. Also, folks, if you are in Discord and you are not a member over on Coffee Club, the old YouTube channel that we use for members on Discord is gone. Your memberships are canceled, but there's no coming back. I need you all to please be moving your memberships over to Coffee Club. You will find the link pinned in chat on Rumble and YouTube. Let's see here. What is all doing? Let's see here. How much has all went up today, or has it gone up? Gold is up $54 an ounce. Silver's up $1. Copper's up to $6.36 a pound. Oh my goodness. Platinum is up $26 an ounce, and palladium is up $56 an ounce, which is 4%. Goodness gracious. Oil is up to $79.64. Brent is up $1.93 to $85.23. Natural gas is up 0.0, it's up a penny. Wholesale gasoline is up 6 cents a gallon to $30.22. That's wholesale gas. before all the taxes are put on it. Heating oil is up to $4.02 a gallon. Treasury yields tumble after June CPI shows much more than expected. Okay. In Shenyang, China, a Bentley owner, to prevent his car from being flooded, hired a crane to hoist the Bentley into midair before the typhoon arrived. Oh my goodness. It is hanging off the crane. The CCP is deliberately flooding its own people to protect Beijing. On July 12th, Xinhang City, the Hebei province, authorities prepared excavators to breach the riverbank and divert floodwater straight into villagers' homes. In Hengzhang and nearby villages, their crime living in the flood diversion zone, choosing to save the capital from Typhoon Bevi rains, which is not new. For years, Beijing has turned rural Hebei into a sacrificial buffer. A human moat for Beijing. Homes destroyed, land ruined, families ruined. Composition often zero or insulting. Self-rescue is the only help they get after the decision is made to drown them. But this time the people said no. Villagers gathered in the night, protested, and clashed with officials trying to carry out the plan. They refused to be sacrificed quietly for regime security. CCP will always choose Beijing and its own power over the lives of ordinary Chinese civilians. This is the brutal truth they don't want you to see. And I will be showing a video of this. Whenever we transition to Rumble, which is going to be very, very soon. The Japanese 10-year yield has begun breaking out and is going vertical, folks. I think people are underestimating the pace at which the Bank of Japan is going to end up tightening. Well, it's parabolic. Puts Japan's 10-year yield from 2.75% to 4.0% in the next 45 days. Rising yields defend currency depreciation. So if the Bank of Japan allows this sharp move to happen, then goodbye yen carry trade. There's always a possibility Japan sacrifices their currency even further to 180 to 1 US dollar to save the US markets, though. Either way, this ends in sovereign debt crisis and stock market crisis. Folks, if Japan goes, the US dollar falls right behind them. Let's see here. Let's see if you've joined. I'm checking here. Okay, I still don't see you in the welcome channel there. Grayfon, I don't see you. You need to go to Coffee Club and use the link that says Discord. That's the link to be able to access our Discord server. You need to click on that link in Coffee Club post. It says Discord link, do not share. It'll be the link. You need to click on that link. That is the link to be able to access our server. I'll show you again here on stream. you need to go to this page, which is Coffee Club. Wait a minute, let me move this down. There'll be home, memberships, and post. You need to click on that post tab. And you will come down here and see the Discord link. Do not share. You click on that link. And it will take you to this. Open the Discord app. Duramax. Invited you to join Duramax. You need to accept that invite. And that will get you in there. Trump is talking about imposing hellish sanctions against Russia in memory of Lindsey Graham. Will you sign the sanctions bill against Russia? Lindsey Graham really wanted this. It is possible that Iran and Hezbollah will also be added to it. There is a high probability that this will be done. Let's see here. Greenland's Institute of Natural Resources and Environment has announced that it is not going to enter into any new collaborations with the U.S. institutions, marking a significant shift in scientific cooperation. Before President Trump returned to office, the Institute worked closely with the U.S. National Science Foundation. Existing projects will continue, but no new agreements will be signed. The Institute's director cited the deteriorating political climate following Trump's repeated statements about taking control of Greenland, as well as concerns over the U.S. travel policies. The Institute has also advised its researchers not to travel to the United States for conferences or scientific work, pointing a stricter border procedures requiring travelers to disclose social media accounts and concerns that researchers could face question or detention in the U.S. airports. Folks, this is just sad. This is sad. Sad, sad, sad. Absolutely sad. Hey, folks, we need to be migrate over to Rumble. There is a link right there, I guess, posted into chat. We will be ending the YouTube stream momentarily to be able to show a bunch of video over on Rumble. There is the Rumble link. So take that link, click on it, and you don't have to have a Rumble account or nothing. You can come over here and watch. But this migrate over to the Rumble world. I will be ending here very soon on the U-boats. The Houthis have published a statement warning airlines against operating in Saudi Arabian airspace. State carriers should take our warning seriously until what they describe as the blockade of Santa Anta's International Airport is lifted. The message follows yesterday's missile attack by Saudi Arabia targeting Santa International Airport and raising tensions in civilian aviation in the region. The Houthis has issued similar aviation threats in the past against Israel. I think that is a mistype. Saudi Arabia did not attack Santa Ana International Airport. The Houthis attacked But Santa International Airport, Santa Ana. I'm pretty sure. I think that was a typo. No, it's never mind. Saudi Arabia did attack Basanta International Airport, as it is in Yemen. I'm sorry. Yemen attacked an airport in Saudi Arabia too. That's what I was getting mixed up. I can't remember what airport it was. But we had a very big round of attacks against Iran last night. Yep. The Houthis in Yemen attacked the Abadai International Airport in Saudi Arabia. That's what I was getting. And they've also attacked the King Khalid Airport in Saudi Arabia. So they've attacked 2 airports in Saudi Arabia. Never mind, 3 airports. Never mind, it's just 2. Never mind. Yeah, 3. It's the Abahai Airport in... No, just 2. I'm sorry. Folks, I'm tired. So they attacked the King Khalid Airport and the Abadai International Airport in Saudi Arabia. So 2 airports. And it looks like both of them had hits. I will be showing video of this. This one is very spicy. The Abdahai Airport is very spicy. And the King Clyde Airport took a direct hit. And also, there have been other attacks in southern Saudi Arabia too. Alright, folks, you need to go to that link and be moving over to Rumble. I'll post that link again. We are ending the YouTube stream and going to Rumble so I can show you all this video I've got saved up for you. Also, the Houthis in Yemen vow massive attacks on airports, ports, and oil facilities in Saudi Arabia. Also, Yemen Houthis claim they have downed a Saudi Winglong 2 drone over central Yemen. And I've got pictures and video of it. So they've downed a Saudi Arabia drone. Also, Bahrain is currently under Iranian attack. According to local sources, Iran has reportedly used gas-filled munitions that are said to be causing mental disorientation among people. Is Iran using chemical weapons? Oh no. Iran looks to be using chemical weapons, folks. Bahrain. I have to make a phone call. With that, I'm ending my YouTube stream. You all need